Dawson Rider with you.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of the 7 Code Appband from Digimon Universe Applimonsters. I'd use the quotation marks because this is going to be a really weird review. I kind of have a streak in my Digimon reviews of being kind of inexperienced because I'm so behind on the series. So I'll just sort of make up for it by comedically making up names for the chips and not knowing that Hackmon digivolved into Raidramon. But in this case, this is kind of a weird toy. I'm basically going to give you the idea of what it does, but from my perspective, it's just kind of a toy that relies a lot on you knowing Japanese and having the patience to recognize the symbols, which seems really stupid. Like, because I could probably easily do that if I wasn't so impatient. But you'll get the idea. It's just kind of a weird thing, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. It's basically like a sequel to the original Appband. So here it is, not the Lap Band, but the Appband. Here it is next to the original one, and the difference being obviously it's a little bit larger, different color, and this one actually has electronic features and stuff like that. It still can store little chips in it. This one I believe can only store, it can store 2. This one can only store 1. And I did mention in the review for this how it was kind of nice that compared to most things of its style, it was actually fairly sleek. And I could say the same for this. It's definitely bulkier because it's got electronics in it. But again, compared to a lot of devices that will have electronics, morphers, whatever, what have you, it is a little bit sleeker, and this one can actually tell time, which is nice. So it's not bad looking. I think I kind of prefer the original one for some reason, but it's definitely not bad looking. It's got a nice strap on it, high quality, not high quality, like, oh, this you could buy this at a fancy shop. I don't know what kind of voice that was, but you know what I mean. It's not like that cheap plastic they used to use on the old morphers. This here is going to be your touchpad. It sort of operates off you swiping this way, basically to select things, and then this is basically select up here, and this is like to refresh back to the main menu from what I gather. It's not very responsive. Again, maybe it's me. I don't know why I said that. This is the first time I'm talking about it. But it could be me, and there's only one other video I found on this to get the gist of things, and it seemed like they had trouble as well. So, I'm just not a fan with the way they went with it. I respect the thought process behind it, kind of like with like the touch omnitrixes and stuff, but I honestly would have rather them almost given an illusion of it and just made a straight up like clickable feel on all sides, because in addition to it being hard to understand what's going on, it's just hard to operate it. It makes it frustrating. So there is a press button over here which will sort of activate things for you. You get lights there, and there's a little screen there at the bottom you can see. So you get little animations like that. I'm going to select dive already if I can get it to actually select it for me. See what I mean? It's like insanely obnoxious to do this. See if I can even get this to work. See, like, I'm pressing really hard and then I'm pressing not. Oh, there we go. It did dive. There's that little bit. So the animations, as you can see, are very reminiscent of kind of the old Digivices. I mean, this definitely isn't one of those. And you should be able to go over via this. And I was expecting to be able to do that even. There you go. So that's how you select. I believe this one is, there you go, so you can be an actual watch. This isn't the correct time, and you can't actually set it. I think that's actually one of the more unique things, which is neat, because oftentimes when us nerds wear these around, morphers, Digimon devices, whatever, they're not actually watches. So I think that's actually kind of neat. And so you can go back, and you basically just select through all these little features. And they do various little different things, pulling up the different Digimon, little mini games, stuff like that. I'm trying to find the one that shows the little, it's like a little meter. I'm going to pull out the instructions here again in a minute so you can see basically what the screens are going to look like for you. Oops, I didn't mean to go back on that one. But yeah, it's actually fairly decently responsive now. But a lot of the times it's really obnoxious. So you have like this little game here, and honestly, like I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to be an inexperienced buffoon like I usually am, but because I don't speak Japanese, a lot of it's just hard for me to operate. I'm able to get by on a lot of things, but in this case, even like Japanese Digivices I've been able to get by on, but like in this case, this is just really weird. And even like if I spend time studying it, I'm not going to be able to get the exact functions, you know, like in the enjoyment I normally would get out of it, based on me understanding the language and like the games and all the stuff available. Like I mentioned, before I totally forget, you can store the little chip up here. Let me get it out. There you go. So I just put a random chip in there, and it doesn't really activate anything, but you can store that in there. Unless I'm totally mistaken. It could, and I'm just don't know what it does. But yeah, you can store that there. But so just real quick, here's the instructions. There we go. You can hear them unfolding. Can you hear that background unfolding action, guys? This is like rare that I do something like this. So this is just showing how to get it on. Sort of shows you the movements and what you're supposed to do it. But see, you'll get like little screens, like there's one for each of the different games. You see Dokemon, Gachimon, all that stuff. You can see the little games that are going to show up on the screen. It's kind of nice. It actually shows you what I should be able to show you. But I'm just too much of an idiot buffoon for all this, guys. This is all Greek to me. But yeah, if you understand Japanese better or have more patience to basically memorize whatever it does, then good for you. But overall, this is kind of a mixed bag for me, because I like having it for the completion of my collection. I think it's neat. It actually has a watch feature, and I like that it actually has some electronic game features. But honestly, the language barrier makes it difficult to understand, and what I can understand, it doesn't seem quite as fun. Honestly, more than anything, it almost made me wish it had one of those. I can't remember. There used to be a Tamagotchi. I think Tamagotchi even did a watch one, but there was another type of one. They did Pokemon for it, where it was like a little gigapet, you know, stuff on your watch, and it was making me just think the way this works, and with Digimon, how I would love for like the next series to have a watch Digivice that you could have the little Digimon game on. So overall, I can only really recommend this to those that can really understand it and also just want completion. Otherwise, that sounded gross, but you know, just collection completion, because otherwise it's just kind of hard to understand. And even without the hard understanding, it's really difficult to operate for me. Like I said, it could just be me, combination of an idiot, and maybe mine's a little faulty, but it's definitely, I don't think, the best way they could have chosen to navigate it. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure the Crazy Podcast at writersrandom.com, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.